The city of Denver is in full. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Floats it up for Jokic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Murray. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Zubac kicks to Batum. And Leonard has it in the corner. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Here's Murray. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And George, here we go. Count that one.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Barton passes to Porter. The feed to Millsap. The putback, and Porter putting it right back in.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now here's Leonard. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Zubac. Denver grabs the miss.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Now here's Gordon. And Murray. Here we go. Back to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You have to like the way Patterson can bait defenders into a foul. Very crafty.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So both teams changing it up here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now, here's Bull. Gordon dishes to Bull. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Kennard's shot is off.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Patterson with it. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Dozier. McGee in the high post. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and it's Rondo penetrating, uses the glass to finish the layup.
You got to respect the attacking mindset of Rondo, always looking to go right to the cup.
And there's the pass to McGee, and the layup's good off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 4. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few...
Southwest, I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Coffey in at the 3 slot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Denver has possession. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Now the Clippers moving it up. He can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Ball.
And you know, entering the draft, Ball was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to, and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Coffey. Down low, stolen by McGee. Here's Bol over Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, Bol with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Jamal Murray in for Gordon. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's in there.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Dozier. Now Jokic. From close range. And he can't bank that one in. Clippers trail by 8. Oh, that's blocked. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Jackson against Murray. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Porter passes to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter, no luck. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got his second basket.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s,
KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And George gets it to go.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Murray surveying the D. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Millsap's got 5 now.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Outside, George. Leonard attacking. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Murray. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. The Nuggets leading by 7. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson. Outside George. And stolen by Barton. Murray, the pass to Millsap. It's blocked. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with the night. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that's...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And here's George for 3. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Right side Millsap. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Barton kicks to Murray. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's George, following the basket by Jokic, and stolen by Barton. For the finish, and there's Porter on the assist by Barton. And now it's an 8-point Denver lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. 11-point game. To stop the run. Green for 2 points. Rondo's got his second basket of the game.
The craftiness of Rondo makes him a tough cover in pick and roll sets. Just when you think he's going to pass, he'll surprise you with the shot.
Here's Dozier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now McGee. The Nuggets with another miss. Morris into the lane. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Denver making a switch here. Bulls checked in. Second free throw, no good. Denver leading by 8. To the paint. From down in the low post, it goes. Bulls got 6 points.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And Coffey gets it to go. 1:11 left in the third quarter. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. The dish to Gordon. McGee in the corner. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Dozier. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Patterson. Here's Coffey. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Coffey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Morris in at the 4. Bol. The Clippers grab the miss. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Kennard. Whistle blows, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing that that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Clippers call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. I told him this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Thanks, David. And George, here we go.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Denver leading by 6. Murray dishes to Porter. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Murray kicks to Jokic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Clippers trail by 9. Outside, George. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And George with this stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Now here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Clock at 6. No one covering. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
George against Murray. And George gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Murray outside. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. And now they decide to foul intentionally. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. And here's Leonard. And he makes good on the layup.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And it's Murray with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of it.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Jokic slams it in.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 9. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. The Nuggets leading by 9. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Murray with it. Kicks to McGee. Here's the 3. They get it again. Outside, Green. It's Barton on the wing. Murray, the pass to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved really enjoyable to watch.
From outside, it's hauled in by Zubac.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
So we see Denver get the win here. A confident David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And as things...
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3. Barton drives in, and that one drops. How many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post? But that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Simons. Nurkic makes it off the glass.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Outside Porter. About 1 minute into the first quarter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Lillard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
You think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump started everything.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 5 now.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out in a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Jokic. Count it. 7 points in the game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Barton outside. Back to Millsap. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Simons. Now Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Covington. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Millsap finds Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down.
Here's Lillard following the score by Jamal Murray. Lillard outside. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Pretty fundamentally sound, and Jokic does a great job of keeping his balance there after contact.
Free throw, good. Jokic. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
The aggressiveness from McCollum there was nice. Not known as a big-time defender, but anticipating where he needed to be, and that affected the shot.
And
what we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Powell, and it's Cantor in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's McCollum, and there it is for him. McCollum's got his first 2 points.
Oh, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
Murray outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Blazers on offense.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Powell kicks to Lillard. Misses the 3. The Nuggets leading by 6. Murray, the pass to McGee. Here's Gordon. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now, here's Cantor. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. No good on the 3.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Dozier can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 9. And the dunk by Powell.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Outside Gordon. Over McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
The offensive rebound, and Cantor throws it down.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Campazzo covered by Anthony. And the pass to Bull. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. McCollum trying to get open. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Anthony. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Campazzo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Lillard surveying the D, and stolen by Gordon. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bull. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Bull's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 9. Releases from 15. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lillard outside. Yep, that one goes.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 9 points and 1 rebound. And that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. Outside, Covington. On the wing, Jones. 6 to shoot. And it's Simons missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Man, I didn't know he could get up like that.
Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Bull, the pass to Gordon. Kicks it to McGee. 5 on the clock. Gordon dishes to McGee. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They trail by 11. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Outside Gordon. He kicks it to McGee. The 10-footer. Jump shot is good that time. Trailblazers trail by 11. McCollum with the ball. Lets it go from deep. And Bull pulls it down.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Simons, the pass to Covington. There's the dish to Jones. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
The Nuggets leading by 9. Pass to Dozier. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Covington picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Kept alive. Millsap goes up and lays it nice and easy. Millsap's got his second basket.
Who's competing right now? Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Pass to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard attacking. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 13.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic finds Murray. Doesn't go for him. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Anthony. Porter pulls it in.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Murray against Lillard. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And here is Murray. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Now here's McCollum. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And the ball handling right there, McCollum, he's able to get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum, outside Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Campazzo got a hand on it.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 9. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. McCollum up top. And the shot is long.
Well, nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Nurkic finds Powell. That's tipped.
All about timing. Will Barton, great job of seeking that one out and throwing it away.
Campazzo. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And it's Jokic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Giles defending.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Now here's Murray. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Barton, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 7. Kicks it out to McCollum. But Trey, he can't get that one to fall. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. There's the pass to Porter. He dishes it to Murray. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jokic. From about 19 feet. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the basket by McCollum.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray against Lillard. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Back to Murray. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the step back. Rebound by Nurkic. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And McCollum's pace hasn't changed even under pressure.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And Murray's so exciting as he's continued to grow his offensive game, not just a spot-up three-point deep shooter, but now operating behind pick and rolls and becoming more and more of a leader for this ball club.
Back to Lillard. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Now it's ended up.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Marjanovic in at the 4. And for Denver, Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Doncic against Murray. And it's Doncic missing. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Porter kicks to Barton. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. It's good.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Floats it up for Jokic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Doncic outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Denver with the rebound. And he lobs it up toward the rim and finished off by Porter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Chalk up 2 there.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Jokic finds Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Murray. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Bull. Pass to Barton. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Doncic looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Right side, Porter. Back to Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. 2 on the clock. Campazzo. The Mavericks pull it in.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Knocks it loose. Got it off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all tied in Denver. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's Brunson. Count the basket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Gordon. Campazzo. Brunson covering. McGee trying to break free. And the bucket is good. 3-point play champ. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Well, doing a little bit of everything, Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Here's Cauley-Stein. Powell trying to free himself up. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes to Millsap. Inside. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. The pass to Gordon. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Dozier, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Martin passes to Porter. Here's Jokic. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Burke. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Murray's checked in for Denver. The Mavericks also with a sub. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Murray finds Porter. Now here's Jokic. Denver passing it around, and the dunk by Bull.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Doncic, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Doncic. Yes, that goes in. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw, good. Murray. And so Murray nails both of them.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Burke kicks to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And a close game so far through the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joe.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Will Barton. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
Side out.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Clark. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Dozier. Shot clock at 5. Gordon kicks to Millsap. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic with it. Outguarded by Murray. Ollie Stein in the post. He's against Gordon. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Down low. And Jokic throws it down hard.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instinct. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Redick against Murray. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. So both teams making some changes here.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
The Nuggets making a switch here. McGee's checked in, passes it to Dozier. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Millsap has the open look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Brunson, Richardson trying to break loose, and he lays it straight in. Brunson's got 6.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Denver.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Now the pass to Gordon. Out left to the wing, and stolen by Richardson. Brunson finds Porzingis, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
The Nuggets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanic, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Mavericks trail by 12. Out to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Gordon, and the foul called on Porzingis. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Kicks to Barton. McGee against Porzingis. Barton surveying the floor. For 3, Millsap, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Burke, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Outside, Porter. He kicks to Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. Mavericks trail by 12. Richardson the pass to Finney Smith. And stolen by Barton. Outside, Porter. Shoots from the high post, and it's good off the back rim and in. Porter's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Denver. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nuggets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Richardson outside. Here's Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Porter.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Trey Burke. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Murray kicks to Dozier. In the corner, Bull with it to the middle. Here's Jokic. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. To the paint. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
Murray against Doncic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Ball kicks to Murray. Pass to Gordon. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Murray, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's blocked by Gordon. And he's able to get it back. Hardaway, no good. Denver leading by 12. And he commits the intentional foul. Powell with the steal. Here's Doncic. No good on that one. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Porter finds Barton. Denver passing it around. 4 on the clock. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Porzingis with the steal. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 12. 24 seconds left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Kleba with the bucket. Murray outside. Over to the wing. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big man.
Here we go.
Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 2. Pass to Jokic. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Leonard, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Murray surveying the D. The dish to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here is George. Down low, here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Barton. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Jokic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's Murray penetrating. The kick out to Porter. Back to Murray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Morris.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Now here's Gordon. Fires from 18. They get it back. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And the pass to Gordon. That one, no good. George with the defensive effort. Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete, Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Now Rondo, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks it out to Leonard. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. It's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Batum scanning the floor. Jackson against Green. Jackson, that's good.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Oturu. Back to Jackson. Inside. 4 seconds left. Oturu's shot is off. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. It could go. The shot, no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nuggets trail. Barton kicks to Millsap. They get it again. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Leonard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Millsap, defended by Batum. To the inside. Here's Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Passes it to Dozier. He kicks it to McGee. Dishes it to Porter. 6 to shoot. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Murray with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Murray outside. Outside Porter. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here, and it's McGee with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Jokic with the steal. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's Murray. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Morris inside, guarded by Porter. Low block shot. Morris, no good. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Barton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And they get it. And the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got his second bucket.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nuggets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. And the Nuggets making a change here. On the wing, Gordon. Now, here's Bull. He's guarded closely. Count it. Bull's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson down low. Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Baseline jumper. And it's Denver with the rebound. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patterson. And a switcher also for Denver. Dozier's checked in. Campazzo guarded by Jackson. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period as it would. And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Outside Millsap. Murray outside. The pass to Jokic. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 8 points.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Here's George, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Denver passing it around. Lets it fly from 18. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. Batum dishes to Leonard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Murray outside. And he banks in the layup. He's got 5.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Marcus Morris. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Rondo, and that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Bull to the right side. Here's Dozier. Second chance shot. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Man passes to Oturu. Pass to Coffey. From deep, 4 on the shot clock. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Denver leading by 5. Pass to Gordon. Passes it to McGee. Jackson comes over with the double. And it's blocked. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. With the teardrop, he lays it in. 6 points for him.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
The pass to Bull. 6 feet out. He's off on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Man.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Dozier. No points in the game yet for him. Bull kicks to McGee. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it in right over Patterson.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Pass to McGee. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Kicks it to Barton. Green inside. It's deflected.
Just a great job of timing on the block from Patterson.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nuggets lead by 3. And we're coming right. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Man in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And Murray, here we go.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And the layup falls.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
Now here's Murray. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Here's George. From deep. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard work.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
But making it a two-possession game was what was important on that trip to the line.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George looking over the floor.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage looks the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Outside Millsap. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Jokic gets it to go.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Knocked loose. Out on his own on the break. Here's Dozier, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That free throw, no good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Hondo's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. On the wing, Morris. Outside, Leonard. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
Paul George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. Denver making a switch here.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Murray outside. Five on the clock. He goes up again, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. Out to Morris. Back to George. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
George against Murray. He dishes it to Millsap. Pass to Barton. Left side, Gordon. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Leonard. Barton with the rebound. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Murray against George. Millsap trying to get open, and it goes down 2 points. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Zubac picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Millsap, and it's Michael Porter in for Aaron Gordon. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Murray against George. Now Murray. A step-back shot here, and it's sent back by George. Clock at 6. Murray kicks to Porter. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
And here are the Nuggets now. To the paint. Barton finds Jokic.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Barton dishes to Murray. The 3. They grab their own miss. Fires for 3. Offline. So we see Denver get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business with this rope.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard.
Well, people try to be aggressive with Jokic, but it doesn't bother him much on that kind of possession.
Now, here's Lillard for Murray. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Barton finds Murray. Out to the right wing. Nurkic with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Lillard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Lillard against Murray. The dish now to Millsap. Count that one. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Porter. There's the pass to Jokic. Murray against Lillard. Murray kicks to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Murray. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, for a young player, that's some awareness. Murray, with the clock winding down, gets that to go.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Pass to Porter. Inside. Here's Jokic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons. Martin defending. Lillard against Millsap. And Lillard gets it to go.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Covington passes to Simons. They get it back. Covington dishes to Lillard. Right on the bucket.
And Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here's Millsap. That's tipped. Tries again. And the layup is good. Millsap's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lillard against Murray. Kicks it out to Jones. No good from outside. Jones against Porter. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Porter. 8 points for him.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this...
Paul Millsap has been leading the charge for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back.
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell's out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Pass to Millsap. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Stolen by Cantor. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Giles is checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. McCollum deciding where to go with it. The pass to Cantor. Back to McCollum. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Dozier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. McCollum with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Powell, the pass to Giles. And it's McCollum off the drive. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Dishes it to Bull. Kicks to Gordon. Campazzo. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
A 3 from McCollum. Unable to get that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Passes it to McGee. Lob pass to Gordon. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
McCollum up top. The 10-footer. Again, the Trailblazers score.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Bull with it. He's against Cantor.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles, and Jones subbed in for Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Campazzo. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 10. Back to Covington. That one drops for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Gordon. 50 seconds left in the second quarter.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And Denver also making a switch. Millsap's checked in. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 9-point game. He dishes it to Covington. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, great to get Nurkic involved in the pick and roll, and he can be deadly as the roll man.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Campazzo, he kicks it to Millsap. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Lillard's checked in for Norman Powell. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland again missing. Now here's Murray. Guarded closer. Barton passes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And so it's Denver. Ahead by 9 is... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all Paul Millsap in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 assists, and 3. And that'll do it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And Covington stays with it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here is Murray. Jokic on top. Millsap kicks to Barton. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6 points.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Now Lillard. He's got 10. Pass to Simon. Oh, good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. McCollum left side. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
You want evidence of Lillard finishing at the rim? I give you Exhibit A.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Down low, Bull. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, Ball with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he makes both free throws. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And there's the pass to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Passes to Bull. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. McGee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. A minute 20 left to play in the third. Lillard looking around. Kicks it to McCollum. Anthony dishes to McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. It's good from long range. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to Dozier. The dish to McGee. Pass to Dozier. Basket counts. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Lillard attacking. It's McCollum on the wing. Anthony against Gordon. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard has the open look. Rebounded by McGee.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now here's Gordon. Takes the three, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 8, and do not. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Ennis Cantor is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's Murray. Outside Millsap. Back to Murray. The feed now to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
Tough trying to stop Paul Millsap. He's got the form, he's got the touch, and he's focused to get that one done.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. Anthony taking his time here. Shot clock at 5. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
How many thousands of times have we seen Melo in that position to pick up a shooting foul and to force the defense to foul him?
A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Porter kicks to Murray. The pass to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for Jokic.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. And now he's attacking the paint.
Passes it to Carmelo. Stolen away. Murray outside. Puts up a three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Dozier from downtown. Outside for Murray. Over McCollum. Murray, no good.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
He's perfect from the line this time. Denver leading by 8. Murray with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Murray with the jam.
Surprising quickness. Murray bearing his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
McCollum outside. And it's sent back by Jokic. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Fires the three. Jokic kicks to Murray. Pass to Dozier. Beyond the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Portland. Kicks it out to Jones. Portland moving the ball over. Bangs home the trifecta.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Murray surveying the D. Now the pass to Jokic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Missed inside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard up top. Good.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And here is Murray. Dishes it to Barton. Murray against Lillard. Murray, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jones against Gordon. Here's Simons. The shot comes out. Barton with some nice D. And stolen by Lillard. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Gordon. Now Murray. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Outside Gordon. 5 on the clock.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
So the Nuggets win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Murray kicks to Barton. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
And so here is Dallas. Got a piece of it. Richardson the pass to Doncic. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. That one good for 2. And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside Millsap. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic outside. And it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
And here is Murray to the left side wing. And it's Jokic missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Once Porzingis gets some momentum, just get out of the way.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Porzingis with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. Richardson's running, and Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Murray against Doncic. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Puts it up from 12. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Doncic has got his second basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Jokic. They need this, and that one drops for him.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. The shot's good. Doncic has got 6 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Barton outside. The pass to Millsap. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Murray kicks to Jokic. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Martin dishes to Murray. And it's in there.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And the dunk by Doncic.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Away, that's a two-pointer, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's been all about Luka Doncic. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Murray. JaMychal Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Here's Redick. The Nuggets getting the bucket. The three. It's hauled in by Gordon. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Here's Brunson. Count that one.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Murray. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Inside, and it's McGee with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that quick-trigger mindset when Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Campazzo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Cauley Stein kicks to Powell. The second chance effort. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The shot's good from McGee.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And now we've got the intentional foul. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Now, Doncic following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here is McGee. He's got 6. And it's McGee slamming it down.
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Doncic outside. 1:24 left to play here in the half. And there it is for him.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Now here is McGee. He's got 8. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here, not settling for the jump shot.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jokic missing. Mavericks leading by 5. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The feed to Richardson. Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. Here's Porzingis. Shoots over Barton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, all that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Murray outside.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And the first half is now in the books. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that'll about do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now here's Redick. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Doncic outside. Just 3 to shoot. Cauley Stein finds Doncic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 7. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you can't forget about the jumping ability of Barton now. I mean, this guy is phenomenal at finishing off these alley-oops.
Here's Redick after the basket by Will Barton. For the 3. And J.J. Redick good for 3. Redick's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Doncic with it. 12 points for him. Here's Cauley Stein. Denver grabs the miss.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Boy, you look at Gordon, he is cut up now. Fantastic at being able to overcome physical defenses because of his own physicality.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And so it's Dallas with it. 3-point lead.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Kicks it to Gordon. Uncovered. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
For Dallas, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Now here's Redick. Takes a 3. Kept alive.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Now McGee. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Pass break Dallas. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Campazzo. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, you know what I like to say? Persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on JaVale McGee. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Now Here's Marjanovic. He's covered closely. Here's Porzingis. Count it. Porzingis has got 10.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Passes to Dozier. Ball's knocked loose. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Campazzo. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail by 7. And the pass to Jokic over Porzingis. Fires from 14, and the shot is good. 8 points for him.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. And when the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
Murray against Brunson. And it's sent back by... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks leading by 7. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Oh, Porter in position.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
The Mavericks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Porzingis against Jokic. Pass to Richardson. Clock at 4. Here's Doncic. That one a little long. The Nuggets trail by 5. And Barton is going to throw it down hard.
An outstanding dunker. Give Barton chances to show off a little bit, and he takes full advantage.
Doncic outside. Bucket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray with it. And he makes good on the layup.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
Doncic against Murray. And Doncic gets it to go.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Over Porzingis. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jokic.
There's not a lot more you can do if you're defending Jokic. This guy is an outstanding scorer, and he can make contested shots.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Murray. He kicks to Millsap. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Murray against Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Gordon finds Murray. Now here is McGee from 12 feet out. No good that time. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Doncic. Yes!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Murray outside. Dozier passes to Murray. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. The dish to McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The putback. Got it.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Back to McGee. For three, Murray. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.